Really quick before the video starts, tonight at 6:30, the Norctona 500, the league that I race in on iRacing, is our biggest race of the year. We are doing the full 500 miles, 200 laps at Daytona. The link for the live stream will be in the description below. Check it out tonight at 6:30. I will be racing, and so will a lot of other people, and it should be a good race. There was a point last year where Gen 7 was being talked about, and I think Steve O'Donnell said something about car coming out 2022 or 2024 or something like that, and I got a little bit sad because for anyone who's been following this channel for a really long time and who knows me specifically, I despise the Gen 6 race car. I think it is atrocious in every possible way. It is nothing like a stock car. It is nothing that you would see on at the dealerships. If you wanted to buy a Toyota Camry, no offense, Gen 6 looks nothing like a Toyota Camry. It might look a little bit like it in the front, but everything else, no, not even close. And that all started back in the COT days when NASCAR went to the car of tomorrow, and it was obviously a massive mistake. And then they tried fixing it with the Gen 6 and made even more mistakes, which was very detrimental to the racing. So I have been pleading and waiting for Gen 7. That's why I haven't been complaining. A lot of the reasons because I know there is nothing that will change until Gen 7 comes, and I'm talking about the quality of racing and getting back to the good days of the good racing. We all know that the reason why NASCAR is going to this new aero package is because the Gen 6 package wasn't good, and the racing was not good, and nothing was good about it. Now, not saying that the new aero package is going to really help those things. It's gonna turn things into a crazy entertainment show, and it's still gonna be single file. I don't think it's really gonna change anything because the race cars are so trash. And what I'm hoping with this news that came out the other day, that Gen 7 will be, it has a target date. The target date is for the 2021 Daytona 500. And when you think about it, that is not far away. I mean, we're in 2019. That's 2 Daytona 500s away. Like, next year would be the last Daytona 500 with a Gen 6 car. And then, 2 years from now, Gen 7 is on its way. So if that's the target date for Gen 7, it means there has to be plans already in place. It means that they have to be working on it as we speak, because 2 years to get out a brand new race car with all the details that have to go into it is going to be very difficult. So that was the big news, is that Gen 7 has a target date. There's nothing really, though, about the car that we know about. We know nothing about it. We just know that they want to get new manufacturers in, and it's very pleasing to manufacturers with a new race car. I get that is very, very important. Trust me, from the business side, yeah, I get it. But also, I'm hoping that they realize the quality of racing has to be a priority, because it has not been a priority since Gen 4. Gen 5, or the car tomorrow, whatever you want to call it, prioritize safety. Gen 6 prioritized making the car look better. Gen 7 has to prioritize the actual racing. It has to be better on the racetrack. None of us can go in there and be like, we're all engineers and we're going to go fix it ourselves. No, no one can do that. I just want the car to look like a stock car again. I don't want the rear of the car being skewed out like a million inches. I don't want these things crab walking down the straightaways. I don't want the teams being able to, with all these fender flares and all this nonsense, to make it look like a Need for Speed underground car and it's planted on the fucking ground. Like, I don't want any of that. I just want it to look like a goddamn street production car. Like the street production cars. Like, if you look at a Toyota Camry, it's a little bit off the ground. It's symmetrical. It's spherical. That's all I want, because that provides better racing. If we could just make the car straight, that's like the number one thing I want. Just make it goddamn straight. But there's a lot of things that have to go into this race car. It's a massive point for NASCAR, because they have to get this car right. And I'm hoping that they are able to get it right. I'm hoping that they're going to be going in the right direction to get it right. I'm hoping that it also looks good. I think right now the cars are a little bit, they still have that COT look in them when it's really boxy. I think if they can maybe lean it out a little bit, I don't really know how they would do that, but obviously with the body of the car has to change for the quality of racing. I hope they look at side force and they try to take away as much side force as possible. All these things are all going towards the quality of racing that I'm talking about. Take all of that into consideration with the new manufacturers and making sure each car looks different. So a Toyota, a Chevy, they all look different from each other. A Ford looks different. And that way, race fans, the casual fan, could easily identify with what they're looking at and then go to the production or go to the dealership and, you know, buy the same Mustang that's out on the track. That's something that has to be a focus of them. But also, like, you just got to make sure that, you know, it's looking like a stock car again. And another big thing with Gen 7 is that it looks like NASCAR is aiming for an engine package to pair with Gen 7. Now, this is really good news because the engine package is going to be important as well, and that's going to be interesting. I don't know what road they're going to go down with it. I don't know how much horsepower it's going to have. I don't know what kind of size it's going to be. I've been a big fan of just making the engine smaller, having the torque still in there, a little bit less horsepower, just making it smaller, and that way you could give the drivers that feel coming off the corners. But that's not the direction we're heading in right now with the new package, so I don't know what they're thinking. But that's everything with Gen 7. I think that pretty much covered everything. You guys know how much I'm waiting and hoping on that car to come out. I'm hoping they do a good job with it. But now we have a target date, and that's all we need to talk about, and we wait to see what they're planning with that. More news is that NASCAR talked about their rules or stuff. Let's get the one negative out of the way. They're going to continue with group qualifying with all the tracks except for Daytona and Talladega. That means it's going to be a lot of drafting, and it's going to be a lot of mind games, and it's going to be a lot of just weirdness. They said it's because we are show business. Again, I know this is the route they're going for. They want entertainment. They want show. I guess for now, you have to do that. But when we get this new car and hopefully new engine package and hopefully we can get away from all this drafting nonsense, then maybe we can, you know, maybe group qualifying will really work then. But now this is going to be really stupid because there's going to be so many mind games going on. It's not going to be about who has the fastest, you know, car or anything. It's going to be about where you place yourself in a drafting pack at these tracks. It's going to be stupid. But I guess they didn't want to go with single car qualifying because then it would be boring watching these cars that are really slow now go around the track at like 165 miles per hour, and it wouldn't look good. So I guess put them in a pack and see what happens. Disqualifications. This is something a lot of people wanted to talk about. I never had a big problem with the encumbered win thing because I know like it's very difficult to inspect a race car and all the things that NASCAR does, but you know, very difficult to catch the cheaters when they want to, you know, try to push the limits. So NASCAR made an announcement that they are going to start DQing teams and race winners, and not even just race winners, second place, third place, whatever. They will get DQ'd. Last place points, last place prize money, last place everything. The win will literally be taken away. It won't have an encumbered name on it. It's just going to be taken away. So if Kevin Harvick wins at Texas, and then 2 hours later, Kevin Harvick's car fails post-race inspection, that Sunday night, the second place winner, if that car passes post-race inspection, is the winner. He's the winner. It's not Kevin Harvick. So there will always be a race winner at the end of the race or end of the night or whatever, you know. There's always going to be a race winner. There's not going to be a race that doesn't have a winner, like I think when Joey Logano won at Richmond and then it was encumbered. I think if you look in the stats, it says like Logano encumbered. It doesn't make sense, right? So now there's always going to be a race winner. There's going to be DQs. I like that idea. I think it sets the foot down. It's a good idea. And it's, yeah, I think everything is good about it. It's good on NASCAR for actually, you know, really getting through that. I guess a lot of fans were upset that this didn't come sooner. I've never had a really big deal with it. I didn't really care. It's the good decision. It's a right decision. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, I know Steve Phelps talked about something that about the schedule as well. The schedule, it's, you know, 2021 is going to be a very interesting year if Gen 7 comes out then. And also the tracks and everything. We all know we want more short tracks. But there's been, I guess, rumors or whatever that the schedule might get a change too. And people know a lot about that. And, you know, you don't want to... People want more short tracks and everything. I get that too. Here's the biggest thing I've always had with the schedule. Why do we go... And I know the reason why, obviously. You gotta make the money, you know, SMI, ISC. We gotta make the money here. Why do we go to Texas twice a year? Why do we go to Kansas twice a year? Why do we go to a lot of these tracks? twice a year. It's not, you know, the reasons why are business reasons and money reasons, not, for specifically for race reasons. If let's say my home track is Homestead, right? Or right now I'm closer to Daytona, but my home track is Homestead. If Homestead had 2 races a year, I would most likely not go to both races a year. If both races cost as much as they do, I would just choose the one I want to go to. Bristol is a perfect example. A lot of people don't go to the Bristol day race. They go to the Bristol night race. You know why? Because Bristol night race is just better, more historic. And the day race usually rains every year, and it's cold, and it's annoying, and it's just not, it's not very good. So a lot of people don't go to that race, and they go to the Bristol night race. So my biggest thing about the schedule has always been, can we please find a way, a simple way for everyone to be together. And this would be helpful if NASCAR can, work with buy out ISC and then maybe work to buy SMI. If they can then own the schedule and own the tracks that they want, it would be very helpful to do this. But we just go to one track one time per year. It's what F1 does. It's a great tactic. It just makes it feel nice. That way, every single week is a different racetrack, and you will not see the same racetrack twice, like, let's say, Pocono in the summer, where you see it twice in the summer. It's stupid. Yes, this would cost NASCAR money, and it would not make anyone money, to be honest. You're cutting down the schedule, and you're cutting down the times you go to a racetrack. It's not going to make you more money. I get it. But with the whole downsizing part of NASCAR right now, the schedule looks like they're rumoring that it might get cut a little bit to, like, let's say 28 races a season. And again, I really like this. I really think the schedule should be cut down a little bit. Not too much. I say 25 to 28 is a perfect number. It's just, it feels nice. You could take a little bit of a break in the season as well. Again, a lot like F1. I think the way F1 does it is very well. And you can go to each racetrack once throughout the year. Maybe people won't like seeing Talladega only once, or Daytona only once, or Martinsville only once, or Bristol only once. And I get that. I want to go to Martinsville 5 times a year. But it's something that I think should be done, is where you go to one racetrack per year. It gives other racetracks the ability to maybe get on the schedule. You could think of a lot of places, like let's say if Nashville gets renovated, you could go to Nashville, Iowa, and all these other tracks that are not on the Cup circuit right now. Maybe go back to Circuit de Villeneuve, maybe some other tracks down in Mexico, make it a little bit more international with schedules. A lot of things are in play. My biggest thing is one track gets one race, just one race, and then we move on. That'd be the best thing. And then also a 28 race schedule would affect how the playoff format is, and that's all another nonsense. But again, a lot of changes are in play, but I think they're all good changes. So other than that, did I cover everything? Is there anything else? Daytona 500 is soon, very soon, and I'll probably make a preview video out for that. But I think this news is just a little bit bigger. Obviously, Gen 7, schedule, all that stuff that I think is really important. I think you guys think it's really important as well. And hopefully all those changes happen soon. So comment down below on everything that you think is happening right now, all the news going on and stuff like that. Let me know what you think. I'll see you guys later. Comment down below if you have any opinions or anything like that. Like the video if you liked it. And I don't know what I'm saying anymore because someone's calling me and I'm distracted. I'm not going to pick up the phone though. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're almost to 30,000 subscribers, which is weird. I never thought I'd hit that number, so I want to thank you guys for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I'm not fully 100% healthy yet, so I'm going to try to get some rest and get a little bit better. So I'll see you guys later, and peace out. I can't change, even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change, even if I tried. My love, she keeps me warm.